for your values and fight for your friends. Fight through this blight, find the light at the end. Through the age of the dragon, the people will talk of the day they were saved by a hero named Hawk.
You're listening to Reignite, a podcast about the importance of improvisational theater. I'm Frankie.
And I am Matt, a.k.a. Stormageddon.
Matt's making fun of me.
Yeah, basically.
Because they always are.
Yes, correct. My default state.
Why is it we never go to the Blooming Rose for anything nice? Hawk and Isabella execute their cunning plan, tricking Velasco into believing that Hawk has betrayed their salty friend. Isabella leaves a trail for Hawk to follow, all the way to the docks. Why is Castillon in Kirkwall? And how can Isabella get what she wants out of him?
And I don't know. I was going to do the Guardians of the Galaxy joke from Infinity War where everyone asks questions and then...
Is it who's Gamora?
Yeah,
Why is Gamora?
Yeah. Basically. Anyway, my brain is fried.
My brain is also fried.
Yeah. I think our listeners are tired.
My PSA.
I think our listeners are tired of our brains never working, but that's what you signed up for.
I'm sorry for you guys.
Yeah, because
if you're tired of our brains never working, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
PSA, if you're on any medication for your brain, don't miss a dose.
Nope.
It's not good.
No. It turns out that as much as it's helping you, if you don't take it, then it hurts you.
I have regrets.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll survive.
Anyway, let's start our mission at the Blooming Rose.
Yes, we go to the Blooming Rose, and I do love that anytime you go near the Blooming Rose, Isabella has some kind of comment of like what to ask for or specific catchphrases or keywords to use. It's very interesting. They want us to know
like
that she's very sexually experienced.
Yeah, and also it's like her third home away from home.
Basically. This
like her home away from home.
This, the bar, and her boat when she had one.
Oh, yeah. Yes, so in case you don't remember, the plan is trick Velasco into believing that we are turning Isabella in, we don't care about her, and we're just like, here, this is your problem now, and Isabella will lead us to Castillon. Can I just say, before we enter this room, Isabella says, okay, this is Velasco's room. You're gonna have to really sell it. You might even have to hit me. Did you also get a flashback to Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes, a little bit. Also, I, of course, chose the response that said, sure, but also I'm getting the sense that you're gonna really enjoy this. And she's like, you're not wrong. But
I said, like, I'll be able to sell it, don't you worry. And Isabella was like, well, now I am. I'm a little worried now.
I will say that the intro to this mission does feel very Brooklyn Nine-Nine coded.
It does. It's, I think, good writing in terms of the dynamic between the characters.
Yes.
The mission overall, I don't love. I think it's fine.
It's mostly boring, but yeah, I mean, the thing about the companion quests for the most part is the banter is what BioWare has always done best. While BioWare does a lot of good writing, their banter and their character writing has always been like, even in the games that I like less by them, the character writing is always good, full stop. And so, like, this is just another showcase of that.
Yeah, I really like the scene where you bring her in and you have your like little quips with her. We both took oddly, you took the aggressive then snarky.
Yes, I don't know why. I did.
I know why I did, because I like switching it up between the two.
Well, I think it's just based on as always, BioWare has a preview line that's meant to reflect the actual line. I feel like this game mostly is closer than other games, but the preview line made me choose those just because I felt like. Also, I chose the more aggressive because we need to play into something. And so basically I looked at it and
Yeah.
went, what's the opposite of what I would normally say? That one.
Right.
And then picked it. And then for the second one, I was like, yes, but also I've been snarky this whole game. So if this is going to be believable, I have to be a little bit of a smart ass to really sell it.
Yeah. So, since we took the same one, it was, I just want you out of the way, followed by, hey, remember that time you stole the Tome of Kosloon and ran away? It's like that, but funnier, because I'm not the one suffering.
Yeah.
It's you this time. Isn't that great?
Yeah. And she spits at you and then she gets dragged away by people yelling at you and really sells it.
Okay, first of all, I want to say, when we first walk in, Velasco is like terrorizing this poor escort, this poor like employee of the Blooming Rose. I called it the Blooming Rose.
The Blooming Rose is down the street. It's where you buy cleaning supplies. And now that
so
screw up
much.
has to stay because we commented on it. Yeah.
Yes. My brain hurts so much. Anyway, so he's being gross and a man at this poor person, and she runs away, and then Isabella is taken by these guards who are also in the same room. Was this man gonna fuck this woman in front of all of his guards?
Probably.
I find that upsetting.
I mean, you should. It's horrifying.
Like, okay. Whatever floats your boat kink-wise, but I just don't feel like you should do it in front of your employees.
Yes, but also we don't know what the hierarchy is or how much he's like, or they could be freelancers or maybe.
I don't know. I just feel like it's
agree.
inappropriate.
I mean, I think
I feel like somebody should be calling
Yes,
HR.
but I also think all of his actions are inappropriate. So, yeah.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, Kirkwall needs some better human resources.
Yeah, I mean,
overall.
yes, this is not new, but still.
It's better protections for employees,
Yes,
period.
agreed.
Anyway, this short scene, we are then led through the streets of Hightown, through the streets of Lowtown, and then through the docks, just following little glitter things.
Oh, we didn't say before, but who did you take with you besides Isabella? I took
Girl squad, girl squad.
I took Anders and Meryl because I'm letting Otis tank for me now.
Girl squad, because I feel like if I have to change out my standard boys, I should just go girl squad. Get all the femmes together.
Why not?
Like,
why not?
Have a nice little girls trip. You know?
Yeah.
Why not? We have one of everyone. We might as well.
I mean, for me, it's now that I have a girlfriend, my girlfriend has to come on every mission because if you bring your girlfriend on every mission's a date.
It's always a date.
Correct.
Exactly. So, I have a complaint.
Okay.
As we follow the trail, it leaves so much to be desired. I would have preferred something to actually look for to at least make this a little more taxing. Like, it doesn't have to be that much more taxing, but just something with detail that I could look for. Like, do you remember in Skyrim when you're tracking the serial killer and you have to actually look for the bloodstains?
Yes.
That wasn't overly complicated, but you did have to actually look.
Well, and they did that.
Like, it wasn't just a solid trail of blood in front of you.
Right.
You did have to, like, look around a bit to find it.
I'm pretty sure they did that in this game, though. A similar thing where we had to follow a blood trail. That sounds familiar.
Kind of, yes.
During the serial killer mission, no? When he was stabbed, then we followed a blood trail to find him, I thought.
Yes, I think we did find splotches of blood.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying here is, like, it could have been something physical that we were looking for and not just sparkles. Like, it could have been scraps of fabric.
Yeah, I mean, it's lazy, but, you know, again, we know what constraints this game was made under. But also part of it is, like, you walk out of Blooming Rose and then Anders immediately goes, oh, it looks like Isabel has left a trail for us. We should follow it. And it's like,
yes.
Okay, sure.
And then if you click on the glitter, it's just like, this is Isabella's. This is Isabella's.
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything.
That's all it does.
Yeah.
And, like, I wish it could have been an opportunity to be like, isn't this Isabella's earring? And then, like, things that Isabella dropped.
Right.
Like, this could have been more interesting with minimal effort is what I'm saying.
Agreed. I also don't love that it's through 3 areas of the game. I understand that they want us to know that they took her far away to the ass end of Kirkwall, but like it's just tedious. All we do is follow the trail through the towns, through the parts of the city, fight a bunch of random guys, continue going.
Yeah, that don't even have anything to do with this particular mission.
No, they're just
like, you're
always
just fighting
there.
the gangs.
Right, because it's at night and gangs are out at night.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're going to drag us through 3 different districts, you could at least put an obstacle between us and our final destination. Like, it doesn't have to be in every place. You could have put something in Lowtown.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Velasco left a couple of guards, like, between Blooming Rose and... I keep wanting to say Blooming Onion. I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, that's fine.
Between the brothel and the docks. Like, something.
Yeah.
Could have been something. We got nothing. And you and I know why, and that's fine. But we can also still criticize it.
Correct.
So we finally get to the docks. We get to Castillon's Landing. Velasco is being a shithead to Isabella, because of course he is. He says gross shit, like, if you're good, I'll tell Castillon to go easy on you. And I own you. And I'm just like, cool, I'm gonna cut off your dick.
Yeah.
Hawk doesn't get to say that. I said it to the TV.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, we're playing as self-insert, so it counts.
Yes. So Hawk walks in. Isabella's like, yeah, I have standards. Anyway, we're gonna fight now.
Yeah. I hate that the minute I get down to the bottom of the stairs, I get stuck in a bear trap. It's like, seriously, rub it in just because I don't have my rogue with me, that then I get stuck in a trap.
Oh, I had Varric with me on this one because when Isabella leaves your party, you have to bring someone else in. So I brought Varric in, and Varric and I both got caught in it. We're both rogues.
Fun fact, you don't have to bring someone else. You can just stay with just 2 people. True. Which I did because I assumed she'd be rejoining us immediately.
Yeah. So I had Varric, and we popped in. And like both Varric and I got stuck. And I was just like, why?
Yeah.
What is the point?
Yeah.
Because it didn't give me the alert before I got stuck in it. Like, as a rogue, I'm supposed to be able to see this before I touch it. So I get stuck in it, whatever. And then I go around looking for the other traps because there's this gout of fire that just keeps going off.
Yeah.
Still have no idea where that, like, trigger was.
Yeah, I
shut off everything else that I could, but it kept going off, and I was like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we kill Velasco, and we kill all of his guards, and then we are just going around this warehouse searching for reasons why Castillon is there. And we find papers that prove that he is looking to expand his slaver business into the Free Marches, which is an anti-slavery area. I have Aveline with me. Aveline is like, oh, I can have his ass arrested, or at least his accomplices and whatever. Cool. Great. And then Castillon arrives.
Yep. And he just snarks at you and, you know, tries to claim that, you know, we can make this all go away, you know, if we play nice. And Isabella offers that she will let him go. Like, if he lets her go, these papers will disappear. Like, she won't use them against him.
She offers them back.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah. She says, you can have these papers if you leave me alone forever, basically.
And give me your ship.
Oh, and give me your ship, yes. Because she always wants a ship.
On the one hand, I am annoyed. Because I'm like, this motherfucker has been annoying you for over a decade. Let's kill him. But on the other hand, like, this isn't my vengeance mission. This is Isabella's. So I do defer to her. Because, like, yeah, okay. Like, this is your whole thing. If this is what you think is best to do, fine, that's what we'll do. But still, I'm annoyed about it.
Yeah, I didn't defer to her. I let my no slaver survives mode take over and said, sorry, you're a slaver, you die here. And then we fought.
That's fair. I respect your decision.
Yeah, and then we killed them all. And then afterwards, Isabella's like, God, why the hell did you do that? You know, what am I going to do with these papers now? And it's like, and I basically say, it was the right thing to do. We couldn't let him live if he's, dealing in slaves. And she's like, it's so annoying when you're right, and then walks off.
That's absolutely fair. And also, like, you could just take his boat. He's dead now.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, I don't understand the problem. You still get what you want, the boat and him leaving you alone forever. So why is this a problem?
Like, it's still fair.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I support your decision. Like, in my heart of hearts, I was like, if it were just me, I definitely would have killed him. But no, like, I listened to my friend.
I usually listen to my friends, but sometimes I act out of self-righteous justice.
Well, sometimes our friends are dumb. How about that?
That's true. I'm looking at one of them. Oh, snap.
That was very rude and mean of you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so tired.
I know.
I hate Castellan.
Yeah.
Because the last thing he says is like, you'd be a formidable ally to any man able to tame you. And I was like, why can't we kill him?
Yeah, I mean, you could. You missed that opportunity. That's on you.
Anyway. And that's the end of the mission. Yay!
Yep. We have a little brief conversation, the wrapping up of questioning beliefs, where we go back to the Hanged Man and chat with Isabella. And she basically just thanks us for being a good friend and being reliable.
Thank you for being a friend.
Basically. And is very, very open and thankful. And of course, I took that opportunity to be a little snarky. And she said, look, don't make me regret my decision to be your friend.
Did she invite you to be on her ship?
No, she didn't, because
Really?
She doesn't get the ship, I think, when we kill him.
Right. She doesn't get the ship.
Which is dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah, because he's dead. Why can't she have the ship? He's dead.
Just take the ship! Anyway.
Well, I mean, there are other people on the ship, presumably, so...
Now you're the boss of those other people. I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyway, so she gets the ship with me, so she does say to me, like, I can use someone like you to watch my back. And my response is, but what about Anders? I just can't leave him. And she goes, bring him with you, obviously. Like, I can find a use for him, no problem.
That's funny.
And then she says, like, I'm not leaving anytime soon. Like, you're the best friend I've had in a very long time.
Yep.
I was like, aw, buddy.
Yeah, she's surprisingly sweet here, yes. It's funny.
It's very gay.
It is very gay. Now that I've experienced her as a friend because I romanced her my first playthrough, even though we did sleep together earlier in the game, look, friends can do that sometimes, okay?
Hey, sometimes you gotta kiss the homies.
It's true. But I like her friendship arc better, and I see what you were saying at the beginning, that like while a relationship with her is interesting, her friendship arc is what better written, I think.
Yeah. I just think it's nice. It's kind of like with PB almost in a way.
Yes.
Because PB was very like, no strings. I refuse to have strings. But then with PB, when you bring her down to earth and you're like, hey, strings can be nice, PB settles into it very nicely.
Yeah.
And I think Isabella can do that as well. I think friendship is where it's at for those kinds of characters because they're so used to being sexualized and objectified.
Yeah.
Which is not a negative thing. Like, if that is a thing that you enjoy, that's a thing you enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But I think that it is important for people who consider their sexual value to be their most important asset to also have platonic friends.
Agreed. Yeah.
So that is my opinion.
All right. Well, that's that mission. All done. Yeah. We did the thing.
We did it. We have completed all of the base companion loyalty quests, so to speak. All we have left is Sebastian.
Yep. Faith, it's called, and that's what we will be doing next.
Gotta have faith.
But more on that in a bit. First, we have some fan mail submitted from Callie, and I, of course, closed my Discord. So do you have that up, Frankie, and can you read it?
Do you not see the finger on the nose?
Yeah, I'm ignoring it.
Oh, it's not going away, so you can't ignore it.
Plus, the listeners didn't know it was there because they can't see. We're not a video podcast.
Oh, but they do know that it's there because I did announce it. See, there's a finger on my nose, so therefore, I am not capable of reading things out loud. All right, I have it up. Because my co-host is a weenie about reading things out loud, I will be brave for the both of us. Which is not a criticism of Callie, because Callie is perfect and wonderful and we love them very deeply. It is more because our brains are both cotton balls and we are incapable of being human. Well done, everyone, for getting through Aveline's last quest. Hoping this will be the most tiresome companion quest, but I am apprehensive about Sebastian's. It is not surprising that Meredith is trying to invent a reason to replace the guard captain with one of her goons. How dare she put me in a situation where the best choice is to protect Aveline's position? Oh, she has a problem with the Templars now that they are annoying her, but when it was just systematic hunting and imprisoning of mages, that was fine. You were definitely pissed at Cullen last time. The episode title was Best Served Cold. Ugh, shut up, Cullen. It defies my suspension of disbelief that none of the guards would turn on Aveline. No matter how well she does the job, there would still be anti-Ferelden bigots and pro-Templar shitbags that would have only reluctantly worked under her and would support Jevin. I would like to respond to this, actually. Because Callie is right. If this were a real police force, we absolutely know that police forces have bigots and anti-immigrant, anti-refugee, etc., within their ranks. So 100% Callie, you are correct that were this a real police force, this would be the case. Being a fantasy world in which we're supposed to believe that Aveline has completely overhauled the policing of Kirkwall and made it a safer place for all guards, I can buy it a lot easier because we've seen Aveline go through the trouble of making it a safe place for all the guards. And we have also seen that Aveline turns a blind eye to when guards do bullshit, like, oh, I don't know, rape women.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Just that.
Yeah, like, why would they turn against her? She's never gonna turn against them when they do bad things. I think that would be way more believable for someone to be like, fuck Aveline, I'm definitely going to go back to Jevin because he was my captain and she ousted him. If Aveline, like, balanced that I'm going to protect the guards position with, but also you have to be held accountable for your behavior. If she had any sense of holding people accountable, then yeah, I would completely agree with Callie that there should be some pushback from the guard in the narrative. But because we haven't seen Aveline do anything, anything useful at all,
yeah,
I think it's believable the way it is.
Yeah, agreed.
Sorry. I wanted to answer Callie on that. Okay. Strangely, I do not remember having a strong reaction to Jevin's little speech, but I also do not remember it at all, so probably that was all memory hold. Feels too convenient how quickly and cleanly this is over. As simple as killing Jevin and a few mooks. No damage to Aveline's reputation, no ongoing effort to reassure the community. It feels wrong to me. You build a good thing, work your hardest, and the past just claws at you. DA2 occasionally manages moments of Aveline being painfully relatable. It is not uncommon for me to ponder the fact that I do trust the people who love me to always be honest, but I am also aware that they have bias in my favor. There are two things that help me dismiss those doubts. First, I know my loved ones are smart and have good judgment and are capable of offering me critique when they have reason to, so I think they deserve more credit than to dismiss their perspectives due to bias. Second, though I value being skeptical and cautious, my brain is probably trying to ignore anything that makes it harder to feel bad about myself, and my beloveds are highly skilled at making it harder to feel bad about myself. Well, Callie, you are mentally well in this capacity.
Yeah. Yes.
Good job showing us up for being healthier than we are.
Yes, in this very specific instance.
Good job being emotionally stable.
Yeah. Tell us more about what that's like.
Just brag about it. Callie's epilogue. Wait, hate is easy for humans? I find it exhausting. And empathy takes effort? Very confusing. Okay, but time for some serious and uplifting sociology facts. When not being incentivized to be selfish, the default for most humans is cooperation and empathy. It is the core survival strategy for the species. The problem is that a few of the uncommon default selfish ones exploited their way to having enough power to impose systems that incentivize selfishness, and the pro-social majority kind of just let it happen. Then those systems of power make people miserable and tell them to direct their frustration into hating scapegoats instead of the causes of their suffering. And that hate becomes culturally ingrained. So that does become easy and empathy difficult to large subsets of society. But none of that is inevitable or inescapable. Paraphrasing Ursula K. Le Guin, to many societies, it was once inconceivable that society could exist without the divine right of kings. And Callie's absolutely right when we said that hate was easy.
Yeah.
It is because of everything Callie said. We are living in a world in which the minority has made it easy and worthwhile to hate, whereas empathy is not easy to come by in the greater world because of the systems that we are currently struggling with. So thank you, Callie, for reminding us that our default state, our natural state is kindness and empathy, and we are struggling under things that are bigger than us, things that as individuals we cannot fight against. But if we band together, hopefully we can overcome it.
Yes, by using all of our mental illnesses together as a superpower to push back.
It's the power of friendship.
Right, that too. Same thing. That's what I said. I said the same thing.
Is it?
I mean, anyway. All right, let's jump into Fandom Corner before we get the hell out of here.
Okay, Fandom Corner. Much to Matt's delight, I have finally gotten on the Date Everything train because last week I had surgery and I could not leave bed for most of it. I have left bed because it is very important to go for walks in order to prevent blood clots after you've had surgery. So, I have gotten out of bed, but most of the time I have been in bed just being miserable. So I decided to finally get Date Everything, especially because it was on such a weird sale.
What was weird about the sale?
Okay, so it was 50% off for the base game.
Uh-huh.
But if you bought it as part of a bundle with Monster Prom 4, you got an extra 10% off on top of that.
Uh-huh.
If you wanted to buy the base game with the DLC, then it was $34.99.
Huh.
With no discounts whatsoever.
Huh.
But if you bought it with Monster Prom 4 and you just bought the DLC on its own, the two together come out to $17.98. And guess what? I already have Monster Prom 4, so I wasn't spending anything more than $17.98.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, I guess I will get the DLC plus the base. What? None of this makes sense. Steam, get your shit together. Anyway, I got the game and I got the DLC, and I am almost done with it.
That's impressive considering how long it takes to get through that game.
I have about 10 more characters to like fully endgame with, and about 3 characters to complete a relationship status with.
Okay.
So like I am like almost done. I will probably finish it today.
Amazing.
And only 4 characters hate me.
Impressive. Which of the 4 characters that ended up hating you is the most devastating?
Holly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that hate endings were like dead ends.
Yeah.
Because I got like 2 before I found out about like the final thing. So I didn't realize that it was a dead end, and I had given someone, like, I had chosen a hate ending with someone that you get a content aware warning with, and they were like, how do you want this to resolve? And I was like, well, I hate him, so I want him to hate me too.
Yeah.
So the 4 characters that hate me are Friar Errol.
Yeah, I hate him too. So
I also hate him. And I was like, I'm
He's terrible.
Perfectly comfortable with you hating me.
Yeah.
Doug, who I was comfortable with hating me.
Yeah.
Holly, I feel bad about. And Bathsheba, I also feel bad about. But like, I don't know how I made her hate me. I tried very hard to be supportive.
Yeah. She basically wants you to be a gossip and a terrible person. That's how you get her to like you.
I know. I was like, but you asked me to help you make friends.
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also accidentally made Shadow hate me, but I gave him candy and he likes me again.
Yes, you do get eventually in the game get an item that you can give to like get another shot.
Yeah. I felt bad about that one because he was like, I'm going to turn you into a shadow like me. And I was like, I don't want that. And he was like, too bad. I was like, but no, consent. And he was like, I hate you now. I was like, but no.
Do you have a favorite dateable?
Volt and Eddie.
Okay, I can see that.
Volt and Eddie are my babes. I love them so deeply because they are both ends of the spectrum of what I like in a romance. There is always something really just refreshing about someone that just fucking adores you and doesn't like try to mask that at all.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked about Volt, because Volt's just like into you from go.
Yeah.
And Eddie, you have to kind of work for it, but not in a way that is like he hates you from go. It's more that he has his own stuff going on and you have to show up for him. And he appreciates that stability and that like reliability. And those are like the kinds of romances that I like. So I really like the two of them together. I think they play off of each other really well. I like their storyline. There were a couple that I'm like, I don't like you as a person. But I have settled them into friends. So I was like, I don't have to romance you. We can be friends. Correct. This is totally fine.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. It is really fun. I want to make all of the costumes.
Yeah, I met someone dressed as the Diary. I can't remember her name.
Oh, Diana.
Diana. Yeah, someone at PAX East was cosplaying as Diana. It was awesome.
I actually did a costume that was very similar to Diana's design way before this game came out. I don't know if you remember my book page.
Vaguely.
Yeah, I did it for Comic-Con. Remember when I dated Brian?
No.
Brian Chang?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah. So when Brian and I were dating, I did this book dress thing. And I also wore it to a burlesque show. A Halloween burlesque show.
Okay.
So I could make a Diana look again, or a Lyric look.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to cosplay anyone, it would probably be Abel, just because I'm a similar body type to Abel these days.
I don't know who I would cosplay. They're all so great. I kind of want to just create my own character design based on what I think I would be as an object.
I mean, that's what I would do. I would obviously be a broadcast microphone.
Yeah. Like, I think you would be an entire setup.
A podcast setup, yeah. Like a podcasting studio setup.
I think I would be a craft nook.
Sure, I can see that.
Because I don't do just one craft. I do all the crafts.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. I'm glad you're finally playing it. I can't wait to hear your thoughts once you're done.
Yes. I would be more verbose, but like I said, my brain is cotton ball. Anyway, Matt, what are you enjoying right now?
So I'm just going to quickly share an artist that I've gotten really into. I played Dispatch recently, which is a great, fun, Telltale-inspired superhero game. And one of the characters, named Prism, is voiced by a musician named Thought Squad. She's a rapper, and her performance in the game is incredible, and two of her songs are featured on the soundtrack, one of which her character sings at karaoke in the game, which is incredible. But two songs called Pound Cake and Hose Depressed, and they're both really great drum and bass, heavy-duty rap songs that are really fun. She has a lot of nerdy references in her songs. She seems very queer forward and nerd forward, and just feels like a badass nerdy rapper. And so I've become obsessed with her songs. She doesn't have a full album out yet. She has a bunch of singles out. She was like making a song a month for a while. And so I ended up making a playlist with all of her singles, although I think she's currently working on an album. But I've just become obsessed with her music. It's incredible. If you've not listened to Thought Squad, Thought Squad, THOT Squad. Please go check out her work. It's funny, a tagline on one of the spaces she's in says, "Hi, I'm Thought Squad. Yes, I'm one person, but you can be in the squad too," which I love. Her performance is great. If you haven't played Dispatch, go play it. But
it's on my list. One of my partners and I are Steam official, as I like to say, because it makes him cringe. We share Steam library, so we have access to each other's games, and he has been playing it, and he has also been like, you know what you really like?
I mean, there's romance in it, and also the character, like it's like the main story is good. The character writing is phenomenal, absolutely incredible. And I wanna cosplay the lead character, Robert. I really like the character, and basically he just wears a dress shirt with the SDN logo on it, so would be an easy cosplay.
I have a comment about fantasy in general, and something that you just said. I find that a lot of fantasy that we enjoy focuses very heavily on world building and magic systems and everything that you see around you. But I find that magic and everything is super cool. It's great set dressing, but none of that matters to me as much as good characters.
Correct. The characters are what bring me into a game.
Yeah, character forward fantasy just isn't all that common unless you're looking at what is considered to be low fantasy.
Yeah.
And the name, I think, tricks you into thinking that in being low fantasy, it is lesser, and it is not the case.
Yeah.
I don't know. You made me think about that, and I wanted to say it.
Sure.
Also, when you were talking about Thought Squad having music in the game as well, it reminded me that there were 3 fantastic instances in Date Everything of the objects playing music for you, and I absolutely love them.
Yeah. They do a great job with that, and I think it's always like I talked about this in an Instagram reel I put out recently about how licensed music and music within a world that's related to music in the real world just pulls me in more. And the fact that I knew that Thought Squad voiced Prism because I'm a voice actor nerd, I knew that she was a musician, and then the fact that she sings her own song. Also, like, one of the other characters does a karaoke version of Bitch by Meredith Brooks, but changes the lyrics to make fun of one of the other characters. And then the end credits song, because it's episodic, is the full version of him singing that song.
Amazing.
And halfway through, the character reverts to the regular lyrics instead of just singing about. It's great. Anyway, I won't spoil anything else from the game, but it's great, and I'm excited for you to play it. I've been obsessed with it since it came out. I want to do a replay. But yeah, go check out Thought Squad's music. She's on tour now. She's going to be here in August, so I may try and go see her.
Oh, yeah.
But if you like heavy drum and bass and good beats and a really great rap, I can't recommend it enough. So yeah, Thought Squad. That's my fandom corner.
Hell yeah. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. All right, so next episode, as we mentioned earlier, we're going to do Faith, which is Sebastian's quest. I'm sure it'll be totally legit and fun and nothing divisive. And then we're headed on. We're full steam ahead to the end of this season. Probably as things will follow, we'll do the miscellaneous side quests that are left, then the DLC Mark of the Assassin, then the Legacy DLC, and then we've got the final mission, the last straw, and then the postmortem that we always do, where we reflect on the game, how much we still like it, don't like it, what we do like, what we don't like, what we might change, what we're looking forward to in the new season. So we're barreling. We got like 10 weeks left before we hit the end of this game. We'll probably do a short between season break and then jump in with Inquisition. So we're excited. There are a few more guests planned. We'll see if we can squeeze them in. The time change has made that a little challenging, but we've had a few this season, and we're grateful for them. And we will continue to have guests as we can. But yeah, so that's the runway for the rest of the season. So feel free to play ahead if you want, just to get ahead, or you can continue to follow us episode to episode.
The obvious solution for future guests is for everyone to move to Northern Ireland and live with me.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, but nice try.
But it's so nice here.
I'm sure it is. I mean, it's not like I want to be here particularly, but that's another thing.
I know. I just live in a nice little town, and I want everybody to appreciate
Okay. Well, hopefully someday I'll be able to visit. But let's wrap this thing up and get the hell out of here.
So if you like what you heard here, you can follow us on social media. We're at ReignitePod on Blue Sky, YouTube, and Instagram. Or you can send us an email at reignitepod@gmail.com. Don't be shy. We'd love to hear what you think. You can also find us over on Blue Sky as Frankie B. Writes and DJ Stormageddon. I'm actually a little bit more active on Threads, so you can find me as Frankie B. Writes over there as well.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to us on your favorite podcatcher if you can. It helps other folks find the pod and join our incredible community.
I like the way you said that.
You're welcome.
We're members of the Certain Point of View Network. You can visit certainpoview.com to find more nerdy podcasts, each with a unique point of view. You can also find a permanent invite link to our Discord server on the website where you can join the conversation. Matt, what's another podcast that we have on this network that we love?
I mean, Case's podcast, Men of Steel, is pretty great. If you love Superman stories or Superman adjacent stories, they've covered stuff in the Marvel Universe as well, independent comics. I know they've talked about Invincible. That's a great one for comic lovers who love Superman as a focus, but broadly comics in general. Definitely go check it out. Hosted by Case Aiken and J. Mike Folson. It's a great show.
Thank you for sharing. So, like I said, lots of nerdy input going on over there.
Yes, and our community is great. There's chatter on there every day talking about a variety of things, from books to video games to movies and more. So definitely go check that out. As for personal plugs, nothing new really going on here, just the usual stuff. As of when we're recording, I recently released my April article. I wrote about a game called Fishbowl, which is a really great game talking about loss and grief and surviving the pandemic. It's definitely worth your time. It's a great little indie studio, 2-person dev team, and I was honored and grateful to get a review copy and play it. And so you can find that over at patreon.com/funandgamespod. Or, again, if you want to check out everything that I'm working on and all of my socials, you can go to djstormageddon.com.
Hey, fam. You know what? I have a curse. And my curse is I start projects and I struggle to finish them. But this project I am working on with a very close friend, Harlan Lane. Do you love romance? Do you love books? Do you love bookstores? Then please think about supporting the Romance Society bookstore. Keep us in your thoughts. We're hopefully starting a Kickstarter soon. We really want to open a community-forward bookstore here in Coleraine, where I live in Northern Ireland, so we can support our community, do the thing that we love, and spread a little love around the world.
Definitely go follow them on Instagram at Romance Society Books.
Thank you. I was about to say
You're welcome.
But thank you.
I know. You're welcome. We are basically one functioning brain together, maybe, so it's fine.
It's like half a brain cell between us.
Basically. We, of course, also want to thank Case Aiken for developing some awesome t-shirt designs that you can find at certainpv.com and for designing each episode's individual show art. Thank you, Case.
We'd also like to thank Miracle of Sound for our theme music. If you like our theme song, then you should head over to miracleofsound.rocks and check out Gavin Dunn's other music and merch.
And thank you, Red Spinks, for our awesome Dragon Age-inspired logo. To see more of his work, you can go to Chaos Does Art on Instagram.
And lastly, thank you for listening. I'm Frankie.
And I'm Matt A.K. Stormageddon.
And remember, all Templars are bastards.
Fight for your values and fight for your friends. Fight through this blight, find the light at the end. Through the age of the dragon, the people will talk of the day they were saved by a hero named Hawk. Hawk, 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 Hawk.
Hello there! My name is Leo, and I'm here to tell you all about my Dune podcast, Gom Jabbar, the perfect podcast for new fans of Dune and longtime fans of Dune alike. My co-host Abu and I dive deep in both spoiler-free and spoiler-heavy episodes covering, Frank Herbert's original novels, the film adaptations, the board games, the comics, the upcoming video games, the HBO TV series, anything we can get our hands on. We even have a companion book club series to make your first or your 15th read-through even better. So, if you recently saw Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Dune, or if you read Dune back when it came out in 1965, this is the podcast for you. You can find Gom Jabbar on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, pretty much anywhere you find your podcasts. And we hope you join us on the Golden Path.
CPOV. CertainPOV.com.